Welcome again to Chris's Caribbean Delight, and today I'm doing some fish stock. I have half of a fish head in there, the tail, and some of the bones that I got from filleting the fish. But I'm going to use this fish and use that to make a fish stock. So we first sauteed some thyme, some garlic, onions, and carrots in some olive oil, and let that saute. And then I added the fish bones and the head, and I have that sauteing for a few minutes also. And then I'm going to add a couple liters of water and some white wine, and let it simmer, bring it to a boil, and then let it simmer for about 20 to 30 minutes. So let's get the liquid together. Okay, so I've added a cup of white wine, and I added enough water to cover the fish, maybe about 2 liters or so. But just make sure it's covered, and then I'll bring this to a boil, to a roaring boil, and then I'll reduce it to a simmer, and it's gonna simmer for approximately 20 to 30 minutes, and you should have some wonderful stock. Okay, so we'll be back. Now that we are at a roaring boil, you'll start to skim off some of the froth that's being formed, but be careful not to skim off your seasonings. Try to get them back in there. Yeah, you want to skim off some of that froth, but there's not much in this. Once you clean the fish properly, you wouldn't have that. That's good. Okay, so we'll reduce this to a simmer and let it simmer for about 20 to 30 minutes, and then we'll strain it off. We'll fish everything out, so to speak, and we'll just take everything out, and we'll strain it to a muslin cloth, so it will be nice clear liquid you'll be left with. And just go for the taste. Nice. Enough salt. Just need a little more salt. Great. That's a good flavor. Awesome. Well, here we are. I fished all the fish out of the liquid, and to get a clear liquid, I'm using this coffee strainer, or you can use a muslin cloth. I just don't want any of the other particles in there, like the peppercorns and the seasonings, the thyme leaves and stuff like that. I don't want any of that in there, so I'm using this coffee strainer. See how clear the liquid is? It's wonderful. It's a wonderful fish stock, and you can store this in the refrigerator for as long as 2 weeks or 6 months in the freezer. 6 months in the freezer, 2 or 3 weeks in the refrigerator. So we let this just run out, and then once this cools down, I'll just get my jars and pour them into my jars. So once again, a wonderful idea, wonderful recipe for fish stock. You got some fish head, the fish tail, the bones, and saute it up with some garlic, onions, carrots, and whatever seasonings you have. Put some peppercorns in there, some allspice, pimento, and I even added 2 pods of star anise. But I'll list everything below, and I'll list everything below, the measurements and the amounts that I used. And it would be a wonderful thing to try if you're cooking this Thanksgiving. And this fish stock could be used as a base for a fish sauce. Like if you're going to make a sauce, a white wine sauce or a white sauce to pour on your fish, on your baked fish or your grilled fish, this is a lovely base to use for that purpose. So that's what I'm going to use it for. I'm going to make a white sauce because I have to do some fish later, and I'll make a white sauce, and I'll add this in there. And I also had added a cup of white wine in here also. So, okay. Once again, here I am. Like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next clip. Thanks for watching.